Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Today we're going to manifest more courage. So welcome back to Ho. It's finally here. We've been waiting kind of for our Wednesday to manifest more courage. We talked about it Monday and I was like, just hold on and wait till Wednesday. Yesterday, courage came up again and I was like, cool, we're going to manifest more of it tomorrow. I'm not procrastinating on the courage at all, but yeah, like courage is one of those things I'm like, yeah, it sounds good, but what is it that I even want it for? Like, I'm not dissing courage whatsoever. I'm just saying personally, like, what do I need it for? Am I going to have to do something I don't want to do? Do I need courage to do that? No, man, like courage sometimes is just probably what gets you out of bed in the morning. Courage could be making a phone call. Courage could be a lot of things, and huge things too. Courage to face your fears. Courage to heal your body. I don't know. There's probably a lot more than what my morning brain is coming up with. But so we've got mullein as our herb of the week. And this card we saw Monday because there is a mullein, beautiful mullein plant and a purple shot copper butterfly. So I have a stack of oracle cards, and shall we admit to ourselves how many there are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 freaking cards. So all kinds of cards. We're going to start off with our butterfly. Then we're going to go into a magical herb, one with Motherwort. Then these are in random order. Then I was hoping I would save this one for last, but I guess we're doing it third. There is one from the Galactic, what's it called even? It's the Galactic Heritage Oracle. It's an extraterrestrial deck. But there was a card in there about courageousness, and I was like, yeah, I think they're ready for it. We can talk about the Lyrans. Then we have a lion card. Then we have a frequency kind of looking card. Then we have Borage, and we have Thyme. Then we've got an Archangel. Then we have Ganesha. And then we're going to end with Thyme again. So that's our lineup if you want to hang out. I'd like to prepare you or pre-warn you. But I think there are going to be some interesting cards. I'm always looking to respect things more. So I'm going to be, on my own personal thing, I'm going to be respecting courage a little bit more. I'm going to be interested in hearing what a lot of these cards say. I'm not surprised at all to see Borage. Of course, we've talked about Borage before. I think it was our herb of the week. And yeah, it was. And so that I'm happy to see. But what I am surprised is that we got 2 Thyme cards. So Thyme, I love that herb. It's so good. We have Archangel Ariel and Ganesha. So it's definitely an eclectic mix of cards to manifest more courage. So on that note, I ask you, what do you even want to manifest more courage for? You don't have to answer me, but but it's a good question because it's like me, I'm personally asking myself that to contemplate so I can get myself in the mood or justify why this is necessary, or set my intentions. Ooh, that's it. Clear intentions. It's a lot easier to manifest things if we put the why. Why do you even want it? Why do you want more courage? And then you can kind of streamline your energy more so. So, all right, I got a stack of books. I got a stack of cards. Let me start chucking things everywhere. A little bit of a late start today because that full moon, you guys, that full moon keeps me awake. And last night I kept falling asleep so hard only to like wake up just as abruptly, like 3 different times. And I tried to do this meditation last night, and it was like, I don't know. I kept falling asleep to it, but it was really interesting. And I was like, stay awake. This is actually really interesting. It was actually from the author of the Galactic Heritage cards. What's her name? Lissa Royal Holt. And like, you had to like envision that you were like in this golden egg, and then all of a sudden we're like co-creating a living starship with each other. Like, it was so crazy. Like, it was good though. I liked it, but it put a different spin on spacecraft, because like you think they're made of metal, but actually they're made of consciousness. All right, well, if that doesn't scare you off, let's start with the Enchanted Blossoms Oracle. This card you saw Monday. It has the mullein on it. It has the purple shot copper butterfly, and I did look that up on the internet. It is a gorgeous real-life butterfly. I think it's from Russia. I'm not sure, but I think that's what it does live there. All right, so shout out to our herb of the week. We'll do our affirmations at some point before long. Mullein is tall, it's flowering, it's been used for centuries in folk medicines. We were kind of joking around, but not joking around, that we're going to get together and dip the stems into wax, right? We're going to do that, right? And use them as torches and candle wicks. So yeah, mullein's definitely a very witchy herb, because they were used by witches and against them, right? Right? Have any of your incarnations, you've been lit on fire? Okay, so the mullein plant, it's astringent and it's a good cough remedy, and it's still used as a delicious tea, and you can make an ointment with it. You can make mullein flower oil for your ears. And remember Monday, one of the cards was saying like you can actually use that mullein oil to just dab behind your ears. Was it for courage? Or no, it was to hear the voice of the ancestors. And then you can like use that magical mullein oil on your tools, or oil your wooden spoon with it, or whatever you want. So carrying a little bit of mullein in your pocket is said to help you to be more courageous. So we're going to manifest more courage. And mullein is happy to help us. So with this card, with the dragon butterfly, a message comes to you that it is time to strengthen your heart. It is time to strengthen your heart, mind, and your resolve to continue in the face of pain, grief, or anything else you might be facing. When you find the nerve to face a challenge, you will become stronger, wiser, and more capable. Every step you take into the unknown is a courageous one, but some will require more gumption than others. Courage is the seed of progress. So muster the daring to move forward in your life by stepping boldly toward your dreams and desires. So another great question after you ask yourself, why do I want courage, is how do you show courage every day? So yeah, like I said, sometimes it is just getting out of bed, right? I mean, there's things you're facing in your life that are painful or hard, or you're grieving, right? It's incredible how much courage some people are able to muster, it's a good word, muster up, just to continue on their life. Like, life goes on, but if you want to continue on with it, you got to have courage. So there we go. That's why we would want more courage. We would want more courage to help us step into the unknown, right? To make changes in our life, to follow our dreams, our desires. I mean, it takes a lot of courage for some people to leave their comfort zones, to step on an airplane, to go to the dentist. Like, there's a lot of different aspects of life that courage is suitable to attend with you, right? So courage is the seed. It's the seed of progress. So if you can muster more gumption in your life, that's showing that it's like a seed of progress for you. So you can move forward in your life and boldly step towards your dreams and desires. Wow. All right, so that is our Mullein card. So I'm just going to start putting these out on my desk. We'll see if we can fit them all 10 cards. Oh my gosh. We'll see if we can fit all 10 cards and take a picture of them for the Ho Instagram. But yeah, how do I show courage every day? Well, I mean, it takes a lot of courage for me to open up my mouth and publish my podcast. And then sometimes I'll do live streams and actually show my face. That takes courage. Oh my God. It really does take a lot of courage for a lot of different things. So our next card is beautiful to me. It's number 13, Motherwort from the Magical Herb Oracle. And now Motherwort is Leonaris cardiaca. So Leo, the lion. We'll see a lot of lions today. Because it's, symbolic for courage. And the Wizard of Oz, the lion had a lack of courage, right? But then he really found it. It was within him. So yeah, it's cool that they have Motherwort on here because her Latin name is Leonaris cardiaca. So yeah, cardiaca, cardiac, heart, like you find courage in your heart. So this has a beautiful picture of Motherwort. Her flowers are like lit. I don't think my Motherwort flowers get that pink, but this is a really pretty illustration. I'm not trying to take away from you, Motherwort. I'm just saying I don't remember you being that pink in my yard. Okay, so anyways, let's talk about Motherwort. Let's talk about courage some more. Let's talk about the oracle meaning of this really awesome card. So yeah, you'll find it in your heart, right? So that means the confidence and strength you need is within and only has to be awakened. So just like the lion and the Wizard of Oz, it just had to be awakened inside of him. It was already in there. So as shady as the Wizard of Oz was, he knew that, right? He just had to, convince the lion that it was inside of him. I think. It's been a really long time since I watched a movie. All right, so all the energy and endurance you need will be available, and the tools you require will present themselves as needed. So do not hesitate to undertake what is before you. So if there's something that's in front of you and you're like, I don't know if I can step up to the plate. Like, will there even be a bat? You know what I mean? Like, will I be able to follow through? Well, like, sorry to turn everything into sports, but like, will I be able to hit a home run? And it's saying yes. Like, all the tools you need will provide the bat for you, right? Here's your tennis shoes. You will have the strength, the energy, and endurance. All you got to do is step up to the plate. But it does take courage to walk your ass up there. So that's what we're manifesting more of today, guys. Courage. It may take longer than you hope or expect for outcomes to be resolved at the moment, but longevity is assured with any undertakings or commitments made. So a beautiful message that comes along with manifesting more courage is to listen to your heart. It's really important to listen to your heart because it is speaking a truth you need to hear. So I love it. Now this card as an oracle might also be talking about situations involving children, where children are a focus, and love is also a theme at the moment. So, those are the vibes that go with Motherwort. It takes a ton of courage to parent, to mother, to tolerate your children. Like, it takes a ton. That's funny. Like, I had a moment yesterday when, of course, everyone's driving me crazy, and that's kind of the collective vibe right now with all the children being home from school because of the whole corona thing. And, so parents are like, I can't wait for my children to go back to school. And I had like a taste of that moment yesterday, and I'm sitting out on the porch and I'm like, oh my gosh, like everyone's driving me crazy. I can't wait till everyone just goes back to school. And then I realized that we homeschool and this is our normal. Those are the moments for Motherwort. Those are the moments to have courage to keep on being loving and loving your parenting, even when it gets, a little. All right, so Motherwort. I do love Motherwort. I have her growing in the front of the house. I purposely planted her in another location, behind the garage too, and I see her coming back. So she's not going to have a strong presence in the back, but I love to put her in new places because I want her to do well in my yard because I need her in my life. So Motherwort is an incredible herb for you to use in the moment if you're feeling overwhelmed, like, oh my God, I just cannot, right? Like, you just can't handle what's going on. It just anxiety, overwhelmment. Motherwort in that moment will help calm you down. So I love that she is on the courage card. When I had to go to the dentist, I was like dosing Motherwort every 5 minutes for about a half hour. But I had to because I just was freaking out. And I did all right. Now, I didn't go back to get any of my work done yet. But I at least went there. So that was really, really good for me. That took a lot of courage. It really, really did. So Motherwort, it says it's native to Central Asia and Southeastern Europe. And it can grow up to about 3.3 feet in height. The flowers appear in the midsummer and are a light pink to lilac color. The stems are square and covered in short hairs that are occasionally purple. The leaves are dark green and rather large, hanging downwards from the stem in a pattern that resembles a crown. So, when you go to harvest the flowering tops of Motherwort, she is spiky. I've said in my podcast at Herbal Marie, she will snap the bitch right out of you. She's bitter, but I'm telling you what, I could not imagine life without Motherwort. So now the magical correspondences for Motherwort, you can use her for love, protection, immortality, truth, children, astral travel, and confidence. The deities with this card are Aphrodite, Venus, Lunas, Frigga, and Selene, and Ogun. So the planets that rules it as Venus, and also the moon. Signs, Libra, Leo, Taurus, Cancer, and the element is water. So element water, that tells you that this is definitely an herb that deals with the emotional realm. Courage is found in the emotional realm. And the emotional realm and courage will be located within you. So there is a Motherwort courage spell. If you wanna get witchy. I'll have to get a little song for witchy, because we have our na 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 when we get nerdy. Woo woo woo. What's our witchy song? We'll figure that out later. All right, so I'm really smart today. The Motherwort Courage spell, how does it smell? Not much, if anything, but it does have its own green odor to it. Yeah, it's Motherwort, man. It's definitely bitter. But you can craft an incense from Motherwort. An incense created from Motherwort can help promote astral travel, especially when combined with mugwort. You guessed right. So Motherwort and mugwort. So what's really interesting to me is in the front of my house, on the left side of the front is Motherwort, and on the right side of the house is mugwort. So my house is conducive for doing this spell, for dreaming and astral travel. Maybe that's why I like to sleep so much. I wish I could sleep a little bit better though, but like sometimes I wonder if like I get woken up because like when I'm uncomfortable where I'm traveling in my dreams, or like if I'm supposed to not actually get too deep in my sleep. Anyways, Motherwort is thought to be one of the very best in offering protection for mothers and children, and can be used to force others to tell the truth. Motherwort will also give you extra courage, because that's what we're manifesting. So this spell will be valuable at times when you need to boost your inner strength. So all you got to gather together is about a 1/4 cup chopped Motherwort leaves and your evening meal. And it says add the Motherwort leaves to your meal. You can easily toss them through a salad, or they can be added to any hot dish after it has been cooked. Simply stir through or use as a garnish. Before you eat your meal, say, herb of courage, of protection and truth, give me the power to, and then say what it is you need help with. So whatever it is you want to manifest more courage, you just say, herb of courage, of protection and truth, give me the power to, and then say what it is you need help with. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our beautiful herb of the week, mullein, and I lovingly dedicate these all to you. Thank you so much for your support. I have the courage to follow my inspiration. I ignite the flame of creativity. I listen to the voice of my ancestors. I am integrating all aspects of my life. I take a breather and give myself time to rest and recuperate. I am open to the clarity and guidance that comes toward me. Yes, indeed, I have the courage to follow my inspiration. I ignite the flame of creativity. I listen to the voice of my ancestors. I am integrating all aspects of my life. I take a breather and give myself time to rest and recuperate. I am open to the clarity and guidance that comes toward me. And so it is. So I listen to the voice of my ancestors. When we think of ancestors, it's usually like Native Americans or our heritage, like on Earth. But what about our ancestors off Earth? Have you gone in that direction in your life yet? Have you gone galactic? Well, that's what we're going to do right now with the 15th card in the Galactic Heritage deck. It's number 15, Courageousness, and it's from Lyra. It's either Lyra or Lyra. Lyran. I'm going to say Lyra because Lyran energy. But this also has like a picture. The artwork is really wild. It's by David Cow. If you look him up, he's an amazing artist, illustrator. But there is a lion, almost looks like it's a lion costume, and then there is a being under the lion head. So maybe the lion, it's like you're just wearing a costume, like a Halloween costume, like it's over your head, like a onesie, like those fun onesies. And that's what it looks like to me. And yeah. So anyways, I listen to the voice of my ancestors. We always just think of our ancestors as earthly, but what about galactic? What about our galactic heritage in history? So this is number 15, but I was excited that there was a card in this deck that had to do with courage, because it's a really awesome deck. So whether or not you've gone galactic yet in your life, at some point you probably will, because a lot of the spiritual paths that you might go down, like you're just like la la la, love and light, da da da, and then all of a sudden it turns galactic and you didn't even realize it. Like so there's quite a few things for humans to discover, and I believe that their galactic heritage is one of them. So this card is part of the Lyran Galactics, and a symbol for the Lyran royal family is the lion. Lions, as we were just talking with Motherwort, are often equated with courage. One of the most admirable qualities of Lyrans is their immense courage in the face of adversity. The human race shares this quality as part of our Lyran heritage. There is great courage in the human heart. There is great courage in the human heart. And this card asks you to tap into that courage. So yeah, this can go back as far as our Lyran forefathers. So we want to tap into that courage in our heart that is already there, and apply that strength in the areas of your life where you need it. Now, it goes on to give you a great bit of advice. If you can't tap into it, if you're just like, I can't do it, I can't tap into it, the suggestion is act as if you can. So if you can't tap into it, just act as if you can. In doing so, your ancient Lyran memory will reawaken to give you the strength that you need. So this is awful, but like in cosmetology school 100 years ago, when I did that, and learning how to cut hair and, do people's hair, literally their advice was fake it till you make it. So even if you don't know what the hell you're doing with those scissors in your hand, fake it till you make it, and you gotta just start practicing. So act as if you can. I know that's scary, isn't it? That's scary for your hair. But yeah, fake it till you make it. Guess what surgeons are doing? Guess what everyone is doing? Fake it until you make it. Act as if you can. Not to freak you out, but a lot of people are just acting as if they can do things, and then hopefully someday they get better at it. So this is a present time stream card. I just want to read on here because it's so interesting to me. So this card accesses energy from a more mature era of Lyran civilization that is somewhat equal to the human evolutionary timeline on Earth now and present day. So the word mature doesn't mean evolved, however. So these Lyrans still had their challenges much like we do now on Earth. So the theme of this card that we're looking at is particularly poignant because it is a quality that humans inherited from their Lyran forefathers: courage. So in addition to what is said in the card text, it is important to learn to differentiate between courage and foolhardiness. So having courage doesn't mean being stupid. Having courage doesn't mean making risky bad choices. It's not foolhardiness. Courage doesn't mean pushing against all obstacles to create what you want. That's not courage. True courage is not ego-based. Often, the biggest act of courage is to let go. So, while this card may be emphasizing your inner strength, it could also be asking you to learn what real courage is and to live from there. So, I will have to agree, it often takes courage to shift the prevailing belief systems of a person and the habitual patterns of society. So yeah, it takes courage to think differently. It takes courage to be like, to let go of belief systems. Like, I've always believed this one thing, but I see that it's not serving me. And even though like my personality, ego might be freaked out to not have that anymore, it takes courage to let things go. It takes courage to challenge yourself. It takes courage to shift your energy. So what else does it say? The habits, right? That takes courage. If you've ever tried to like give up smoking or, you know, something like that, it takes courage to do that. So this card may also be referring not only to your personal relationship with courage, but also what is needed for humans as a species in order to shift into a new paradigm. It cannot be done without courage. And your personal courage affects the whole. So look at like where the world is right now. Like we are being asked as a collective to summon a whole lot of courage right now. In our world, in our society. And I think it's such a great thing that to understand that, you know, even if the world is seemingly fearful right now, your personal courage will affect the whole. So keep working on yourself, and yeah, it helps affect humanity and all of that. Okay, so where do I put this card now? I might have to shift these around when it's all said and done. Okay, so let's keep the lion energy going. Now we're moving on to a really cool deck called Messenger Oracle. It's by Raven Fallon. And this is number 14. So we had number 15. Oh my gosh. So far, the numbers on the cards we have, Motherwort was 13. This card is 14. The Lyran one was 15. So 13, 14, 15 they're all from different decks, but they're all here. Very interesting. All right, now this is one's short and sweet, but this is probably like the most beautiful card. It's just this incredible, gorgeous golden lion with this lighted mandala on his forehead, and his hair looks good. He's so beautiful. He is so pretty. So I'm going to put him under Motherwort. Just gorgeous over there. And the message is to have courage. So we are manifesting more courage today, and hopefully applying that in our life. But yeah, and hopefully understanding that it's already inside of us. We just have to summon it. We just have to awaken it. We just have to have it. So have courage. There are times when you feel small, afraid, and alone in the world. But you are not alone. You are watched over and cherished by Gaia and Great Spirit. Know that you have within you the strength to overcome all obstacles placed in your path, no matter how daunting or large they may seem. Have courage. Now is the time to trust in yourself and have confidence that you will overcome all. So whatever challenges, whatever hurdles, you're going to be able to overcome them. Even was it Ginger yesterday that's saying you can handle the heat, right? You can handle everything you're juggling. So this is kind of a spin-off on a lot of the messages we got yesterday. You know, it's like, you can handle this. That's what Mullein too is saying to us this week. I mean, take a breather, breathe, and then, yeah, you can handle it. You can handle it. Whew. So anyways, that's all that little lion actually has to say. That's it, man. You can do it. You really can. Whatever comes your way. Now this next card is gorgeous. It's a mandala. This is the James Van Praagh Oracle called the Soul's Journey. They're lesson cards. These are the cards that I used on my YouTube channel. What's it called? I'm like, my YouTube page. My YouTube channel, a couple years ago, I wanted to do some shadow clearing work. So I used this deck as like a curriculum for myself. It's amazing. And yeah, I got a lot of videos, a lot. It took a lot of courage to do all that. And I think if I remember correctly, I didn't really take it seriously at first. Like, I was like, all right, I'll go through these cards and really be reflective, and, you know, and at first it was like a joke to me, but as I went on for like 44 weeks, you guys, I have like serious commitment skills. Like, when I commit, I commit. And yeah, it definitely was life-changing to do that. So, but it's just funny to think back that, like, I know at the time I started off kind of like, all right, we'll just do this, whatever. But yeah, courage. Now this is a real, like, kind of spiky mandala. It's got rhombuses, like diamonds. And so yeah, the outside is like real pointy. It is awesome. It's like yellow in the center. It's like a black center, and then it goes into yellows and oranges and reds, and then it's indigo violet on the outer edges. It's a very purple card. And there's an affirmation on it that says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. And the card wants to say to you that you need to remind yourself that part of the challenge of being a soul is learning to honor your own power. By listening to your inner voice and following its advice, you are acknowledging the perfection of your intuition. So let's talk about fear. Fear is only an illusion. And obstacles are great opportunities for you to demonstrate that coming from a place of love will conquer all of fear's disguises. So yeah, fear is basically smoke and mirrors. Just remember, fear, smoke and mirror. It's an illusion. It really, really is. So if you can get into your heart space, come from love, you can literally just glide over these obstacles like you were just this amazing athlete and on a track field, like hurdles. Like, okay, so I did hurdle in high school, and like, if at first when you go over the hurdles, you bounce like up and down over it. It's like jumping over it. But once you practice, you actually hardly lift off at all. It's more your leg movements, and you literally just glide over the hurdles. Skim them, right? You just skim right over them. You're not like leaping and jumping and slowing down at all when you practice. Now, one time my foot did get caught on a hurdle and I crashed so hard. But it's an interesting sport. All right, so hurdles, obstacles. Let's just start calling them opportunities. Opportunities for us to demonstrate that if we do indeed come from a place of love, we can literally conquer whatever the fuck, right? So perhaps like we got something in our life, we're changing career paths, we're entering a new relationship, we're going to exit an old relationship. I don't know, whatever it is, something could be changing in our life. And this test has been put before you because it is an opportunity to prove to yourself that you and only you can make the correct decision. So, opportunities, you guys. By not taking that step forward, you may find yourself 2 steps back, only to face that same obstacle again. So I know from my own personal experience of, now finally finishing this divorce, 13 years, you guys, do you know how many times I took 1 step forward to maybe exit it, only to take 2 steps back, right? It was like learning the same lessons again and again. Well, I wasn't learning them. That's why I repeated them. But yeah, it's like eventually you do have to move forward. You do have to have the courage. You do have to learn your lessons, and you do have to get into your heart space. So if we want to manifest more courage in our life, we have to understand that it's something that's in our heart, and we already have it there. We really, really do. Now, this next card is Borage. This next courage card is Borage. And I feel like we've talked about this card so much already because Borage was our herb of the week just a few weeks ago for the 8th week at Ho. So you can go back and connect with Borage. But I'll just, of course, it is such a spokesperson, spoke herb for courage. There's so much history that goes along with borage. Warriors used to drink the borage tea before they went off to kill each other. You remember talking about this with me. But yeah, this card it's beautiful. I love borage. I'm so excited to grow it again. I'm tearing down old beds, but I'm waiting to see if like this one bed has any borage starts to it. It's a prolific self-sower, and so I want to transplant them and save them if I can, because I love eating this flower. Just because it's delicious, but like now every time I'm going to eat it this summer, I'm going to think I'm manifesting more courage, right? I am going within, I'm finding that. Other things I love about borage is it's spirit lifting. I feel like it just makes me happy. But yeah, it does have courage inducing properties. Those Celtic warriors drank wine flavored with borage to give them courage in battle. The borage leaves and flowers were eaten by the Roman soldiers before they went off to fight. Medieval knights wore scarves embroidered with borage floral patterns for the same reason. Like, I don't know who came. It's like interesting. Like, how did they know this? It's just the energetic signature of the plant. I guess they just knew, right? But yeah, you can tuck a little borage blossom in your pocket for a courage charm before any stressful situation, or drink a tea or glass of wine flavored with borage leaves. Yeah, that'll give you some courage. Hopefully not false courage. But yeah, think about all these herbal allies that are like, tuck me into your pocket. Mullein, borage, motherwort. I mean, the herbal support is there for you to manifest more courage. And drinking borage tea is said to increase psychic powers and relieve symptoms of depression. So I love eating it. I love eating the flowers mostly. Antidepressant, feeling of elation. Maybe it's even just because I'm usually barefoot in the grass under the sunshine. I have such good energy linked with this plant. So, and yeah, courage is another one to go along with borage. You can put the little beautiful flowers in your ice cube tray. You can put them on your altar to bring you luck and power to your spells. You can crush dried leaves around the workplace for inspiration and business expansion. So yeah, Borage is amazing, and it definitely has the oracle property of courage. Like literally throughout the ages, throughout your ancestors, they turned to this plant, Borage, to give them courage to go do terrible things to each other. And this is why I don't teach history class. All right, so we have got 3.2 more cards left, okay? Because the last one's a real quickie. But we've got Witch's Kitchen, then we've got an Archangel, and then we have Ganesha from India. So courage is coming from everywhere. We got butterflies, galactic, lions, just everything. And so courage is really fun. But yeah, we're going to talk about thyme next. That's another great herb. Oh my gosh. It comes out through your lungs, helps you breathe. Smells like a stinky old man to me. Yeah, garden thyme. What's up? So these Witch's Kitchen cards are awesome. My bestie Charity, she bought this deck for herself, and she brought it to my house one day and gave me a reading with it. And I was like, girl, I think I have to get that deck just because I love the artwork. So when you look in the card, you're going into this kitchen scene, and you're literally being pulled in the card. Like, a lot of artwork does that. It pulls you in, makes it interesting. You stare at it for a while. This is like kind of, it has a depth to it. Like, you literally feel like you're looking into this kitchen, and there is so much going on. There's so much to look at between the books on the wall, the herbs hanging from the ceiling, the cauldron on the fireplace with the flames. There's a little mouse on the shelf. There's a book open. There's potion bottles. There's a cup of thyme tea. There's a glass teapot. There's some little balls rolled up together. There's oil of thyme. There's dried herb. There's incense sticks. And there's fresh plants. And there's a salamander. See what I mean? Like, there's a lot going on here. It's like almost like an I Spy visual. But it's like it jumps out at you. It's kind of 3D. And you can just literally go into the card. So anyways, that's from the Witch's Kitchen Oracle cards. And this is thyme. And we're talking about courage today. Manifesting more courage. So there's a spell, first off, in the guidebook. Then there's thyme's guidance. There's a recommended recipe. And thyme revealed. So it's really an interesting deck. And yeah, I did also find it interesting that we're going to end with a second oil of thyme, essential oil of thyme card. So thyme, have you ever worked with the essential oil of thyme? Holy smokes. It is so strong, so powerful. Definitely smells like a stinky old man, but it's intense. Like, you've got to be careful with it. It could burn your skin. Even if you spray it in the air, like, you wouldn't want it to like get in your eyes or up your nose too much. Like, it's very, very powerful in essential oil form. The tea can be very strong too, but it's doable, you know. And I love thyme in soup. Oh my gosh, I love thyme in soup. But the thing I love about thyme is, like, I feel like it just like annihilates and kills germs in your body. And it does get expelled out through the lungs. So if you need that medicine in your lungs, I think thyme is a really good tea. So here is the Courage Thyme spell poem from the Witch's Kitchen. The fairies love to work with thyme whilst they cast their spells in rhyme. My gift of courage helps you fight. Stand in your strength and shine bright. The magic is worked with no harm to none, so mote it be, there, it is done. So Thyme's guidance for us today, she says, resistance is futile as you walk in the as you walk the witch's solitary path of no return. So resistance is futile. Once magic is born within, it can never die. So time says, I will support you as you step out of the witchy broom closet and declare to the world who you really are. It's time to burn brightly as you commit to your magical path, no matter the opinions of others. Know that you are safe as you massage in my oil, as the warriors of old did to induce the courage needed for battle. As you face challenges head on, I will reinforce your bravery and strength. Add me to your bathwater, or sew me in undergarments to increase vigor. Weave me into your hair to enhance allurement as you face the world. Plucky determination is what's required as you stand up to adversity. Fight for your rights and become the hero of your own story. So yeah, thyme, thyme, borage, motherwort, mullein. These are our herbs this week. I mean, do you not want that energy accessible to you? I know I do. So I love the idea of massaging thyme oil. I adore the idea of putting some thyme in your hair. I'm envisioning some fresh thyme, right? That would be lovely to have it tucked into your hair before you ride your broom to town. So let's talk about a vapor rub that uses thyme to clear your sinuses, colds, chest infection. You can use a double boiler, bring the water to a boil and simmer, and then add your inner pan with some 40 grams of olive oil, whatever the hell that means, 1.5 grams of menthol crystals, and 7.5 grams of beeswax. So once it's melted, you remove it from the heat and cool, add in a few drops of thyme, nutmeg, eucalyptus, and sage essential oils. You can experiment to find the smell that's right for you. Pour it into a jar or tin and allow it to set before using. So yeah, you can use thyme as a chest rub. That would be interesting with nutmeg, eucalyptus, and sage. But yeah, the nutmeg would make it interesting. Thyme, yeah, to me it smells like an old grandpa. But once you connect with its medicine and its power, you're like, this sounds gross, but I want grandpa all over me. Gross. Get the fuck away from me, grandpa. So yeah, grandpa, thyme. Thyme is a great herb for courage. I don't know why there's this little newt at the bottom. Just to be cute, I guess. Just to be cute. There's a little newt. But yeah, oil of thyme. Utilize its medicine. You guys, like, we are in the midst of, flu season, corona season, pneumonia season. Remember thyme as a powerful herbal medicine for your lungs, for your chest colds, and it's the herb of courage as well. So thyme revealed just a little something else. Thyme was used as a perfume in Greek temples. European folklore speaks of how to find fairies in patches of wild thyme. Using thyme oil enabled a seer to see fairies at fairy hills. And ladies in the medieval times wore scarves embroidered with a bee and the herb thyme. So there's a lot of history in thyme about thyme and borage. Isn't that interesting? Thyme and borage. I think that, what would be really cool? I know I'm just rambling on and on today, but like if you made a collection of herbs, like maybe if you do container gardening, wouldn't it be cool to have a courage pot because we could have, like, thyme is low growing and it kind of spills over the edge. So you could have thyme up front and then maybe a borage plant and a motherwort. You could have a container garden, a container with a trio of courage herbs. No, we'd put mullein in there, but it would just hog the whole space. It'd be like, move it. With her rosette leaves, she would just be like kicking everybody out. But anyways, I like that idea, having a container planter, like this is my courage container. Yeah, and have even just motherwort and thyme, or borage gets really big too, actually. But it was still, the whole idea for me is just fun. Or maybe have a raised bed. That would maybe be more conducive. A whole bed that's like, this is my courage bed. And yeah, then you would have space for a big mullein, a tall mullein in the back. And then in front of that, your borage, because it gets kind of big. Then your motherwort, because it doesn't ever get hardly 3 feet. And in the front, some thyme, low growing thyme. I love it. So I still don't know what the heck these rolled ball looking things are in the front. I don't know what those would be. All right, so anyways, moving on. We're going to go now to a archangel card. And the archangel that we're going to work with for courage is Archangel Ariel. And she says, and she is ferocious. There are lions behind her. She's got these beautiful white wings. She has this golden, gorgeous hair. And she's very solid and muscular and strong looking. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. She says, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. So thyme was just saying, like, rub some thyme oil on you and then fight for your rights. Right? Yes. Fight for your rights. Don't let your freedoms get taken away from you. Stand up for your beliefs. Be who you are, right? Even if it's not, essentially, you don't need to be fighting, but sometimes you just have the courage to stand up and keep living your life the way you want to. So anyways, let's see here. We're going to put her up here beside the Galactic Lyran card. Archangel Ariel. Her name means Lioness of God. And she reflects these qualities, including bravery, courage, focus, and elegant movements. So if you notice images of lions or lionesses, this signals that Ariel is with you. So we got lots of lions now. We're going to have another one on the Ganesh card. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 lions. Oh no, there's like lions behind Motherwort too. They're illustration. There's lions all over the damn place here, you guys. But we can call on Archangel Ariel for confidence and courage. And so her oracle message for us today is, in your life, in this situation, you need to act upon your convictions, even if others disagree. So if you have things that you believe in, you've got to act on them. You can call on Archangel Ariel. She says, I'm protecting you from harm and guiding you to be a loving warrior of light. As you stand up for your beliefs, you're a role model for others. This is an important form of spiritual teaching in which your example gives others courage to also stand up for their own principles. So yesterday with the Tarot Tuesday Tarot layout, we were talking about how creativity ignites creativity. And now we can literally just swap out creativity for courage. Courage ignites courage. So anytime you are living your life, anytime you are being a beacon of light, anytime you are being strong and courageous and standing up for your beliefs, even if it's just living your life regardless of what people say. You are literally being a teacher, a role model, a living example for others to be inspired and guided by. So keep on doing it for sure. All right, almost last card, you guys. Are you feeling the courage pep talk? Are you feeling like you can stand up for your beliefs? Are you feeling like you can find the inner strength to face fear with confidence? Are you feeling more courage? Because Lord knows that's what we're trying to manifest today. Now we're going to go on to Ganesh and then our final card, which is another time card. So Ganesh is number 50. So he is not playing along with our 13, 14, 15 number run. 13, 14, 15, 50. That's how I like to count. But this is an awesome card because he is like decorated to the max with his Ganesha, jewelry, headpiece. He's got his whip, his lotus, his axe, his horn. He's got all these different things in his hands. He's riding a lion, you guys. He's riding a lion. And he's just kind of hanging out on top of this lion, sitting off the side of it with his one heel up on his opposite knee. He's looking pretty awesome, you guys. He really, really is. So let's see here. I'm just moving cards around. And then we're going to end with an affirmation from Thyme about courage and smoke and safe passage, courage and cowardice. So we'll end with her little affirmation, but we'll look in the book. Now, what's really cool about the Whispers of Lord Ganesha Oracle, and I've had this Oracle deck for so long, and, I always have to read the guidebook because it's one of those guidebooks that always will say something different than what you were expecting. So we've had a pretty similar theme with all of these diverse cards, right? So if anyone's going to put an extra or different spin on it, it might be Ganesha. No promises, but it really could. When I'm looking at all these cards laid out, I am seeing a lot of dark purple colors, violet, and yellow. There are green and blue. I mean, there's an assortment, but I'm saying if there is a color theme with the popular colors with these courageous and courage cards, it's yellow and violet purple. So very, very, very cool. So let me grab Whispers of Lord Ganesha by Angela Hartfield. Number 50, courage. You guys, we're manifesting more courage. For you just to be you. For you to do the things that you need to do. Hey, this is a 50 card deck. So this is actually the last card in this deck. So that I find that interesting. Let's see what it says. The warmth of your open heart can give comfort to all who cross your path. So we were just speaking about, being an example for others. Now this is saying the warmth of your open heart can give comfort to all who cross your path. I love that because there is a lot of warrior spirit with these cards, between Borage and Thyme, like getting you ready to go fight. But there's a lot of actually love too with Motherwort and knowing that courage is in your heart and within you. And even though Archangel Ariel is ferocious looking, there is a loving glow to her. There truly is. So a warm, open heart. You can comfort people. A warrior of light, a loving warrior. The root word for courage is coeur, which is a French word for heart. So yes, courage comes from the heart. It is an inner strength guided by love, which seeks truth and justice. So Ganesha says, when you have the courage to be true to yourself, when you have the courage to be true to yourself, you start to feel empowered to act and live in ways true to your own soul without any illusion. And what is the big illusion that we were talking about today? Fear. Fear is an illusion. So Ganesha is urging you to let down your guard and stop wearing a mask. Okay, is that interesting? Because everyone's being asked to sew masks right now for the corona thing. I call it a corona thing because, like, I just feel like it's being blown out of proportion a little bit. And now Ganesha literally said, let down your guard and stop wearing a mask. Okay, disclaim out the wazoo. You decide for yourself. But beware of making harsh judgments about yourself and others. When you come from the heart, you will find that you relate better to others. Your innate gifts will be able to shine through. You are capable of leadership, achievement, and inspiring others to succeed through your own success. So yeah, here's why we want the courage, because we do want to come from our heart. We do want to be able to relate better to others. We want to be able to share and shine our gifts. We want to lead. We want to be the leaders that we're supposed to be. We want to inspire others to lead and others to succeed. And so the way we do that is through our own success. But yeah, it does begin with having more respect for ourselves, more respect for others, letting down our guard, stop wearing a mask in the sense of a false face. Be who you are, be true to who you are, and live in ways that are true to your own soul without any illusions. We want courage to empower us to act and live in ways that are true to ourselves. So when we draw this awesome Ganesha card, it is a sign that your ability to cooperate and thrive in peer ventures with like-minded individuals is heightened. So yesterday with that tarot spread, it was telling me I needed to make some circles and get out with other people. But yet it was also saying that you are stinging nettles and you need to learn how to live in harmony, right? So it takes courage to mingle with people, with any people, different than you, like you, but different. I mean, it just takes a lot of courage to cooperate and thrive in peer ventures. So be willing to do what is needed for things to run smoothly for you. Ganesha promises great success if you are willing to let down your walls. So yeah, he's pictured here on the powerful lion that he inherited from his mother, Parvati. The lion represents the fierce nature of Ganesha. He calls on you now to trust the fearless part of your being, your own inner lion. And Ganesha invites you to work with him to learn how to be valiant and harness your heart's great courage. The warmth of your open heart can give comfort to all who cross your path. So we end with another Thyme card who says, I rise to challenges with courage in my heart and fire in my soul. All that fire yesterday still burning. I move easily through this life and beyond, elevating my spirit as I go. So yeah, it's time for us to rise to challenges with courage in our hearts. Yes, follow our own truth, our own passion with fire in our souls. That's how we need to be guided. That's how we need to live this life. Don't let this life pass you by without running towards your wildest dreams like your pants are on fire, right? You need to have the courage to do that. You need to have the courage to stand up for your beliefs, and you just need the courage to be who you are and to easily move through this life and beyond. So elevating our spirit as we go is how this beautiful Thyme angel is sending us off. And she, I love it so much, literally has fresh thyme hanging from each of the sides of her hair. They almost look like earrings. But yeah, tell me, this summer when we have lots of time in the garden, are you not going to tuck some into your hair, little witch, and just let it fill you with a sense of courageousness, with a sense of connectedness, and yes, with a sense of having an open heart so that you can be yourself and inspire other people to courageously be themselves as well. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for another doozy podcast here at Ho. I'm pretty sure it's safe to say we just manifested more courage.